Okay, let's see. Candace Owens is doing damage control after so many donors and supporters are upset over Trump's vaccine comments. She says he is old, isn't tech savvy, doesn't keep up with or read obscure internet conspiracies, only follows the mainstream media, so doesn't have the facts.
Are good, and he believes that because he comes from a generation like people you oftentimes forget. Like
Candace, who the f do you think
we hassle
is the age group that believes in those conspiracy theories? Like, it's literally that generation. The motherfuckers who spend all their time on Facebook getting, fed that slop straight the f up are that generation. Okay? Saying that Donald Trump is like really old and he doesn't know any better, that's because he watches exclusively mainstream media, is so funny. And it also, I love that. I love this take. I love this fucking Candace Copium take here.
How old Trump is. He comes from a generation. I've seen other people that are older have the exact same perspective. Like, they came from a time before TV, before internet, before being able to conduct their independent research, and everything that they read.
Bro, does Candace Owens actually think like young people are the ones who are doing the independent research on Facebook? That's great. Yeah, Trump comes from a different generation where they just trust mainstream media. Unlike all of my followers, where the average age is like fucking 78.
In a newspaper that was pitched to them, like they believed that was a reality. And one of those things was, this push for vaccines and believing that people were going to die without vaccines. And so I believe that his support of the vaccine is genuine and it's not based in any corruption at all. I think he actually believes those things. And people that are saying, how is he ignoring all the people that are being injured? And, people are sending Rumble videos and all of these, websites, obscure websites. I believe also that he only reads the mainstream media news. Believe it or not, I do not believe that Trump reads or partakes in any other news sources. I don't believe that Trump is on the internet or, that he necessarily uses the web to try to find,
Bro, I love giving the game away, by the way. When you're so invested in the narrative that like shit on Rumble is the real news and mainstream media is the fake news, that like you literally say Trump's not getting access to the fucking dumb shit that you're seeing. Like, to the normal person that hasn't been brain broken, right? We look at this and we go, what the fuck is she talking about? Like, what? Like,
in exchange,
are you actually making the argument that like all of these fucking, authority figures that have studied this shit their entire lives are just wrong, and that the Facebook posts are correct, right? And like the BitChute Rumble links are actually the correct information? And yes, they are that fucking in the Kool-Aid, okay? They are that lost in the sauce that like the actual followers of Candace Owens is like, yeah, that's right, you're right. He's not getting the real news from Rumble. Oh, that's awesome.
Obscure websites. I think that he just relies on, typical mainstream sources. So I don't think that there's anything evil going on there. I just wanted to say that because so many donors, supporters of his are kind of like questioning where all of this is coming from. And I think he just genuinely believes that. And he needs to sit down and, have a full conversation with someone. I was interviewing him in that circumstance, but he needs to have a larger conversation to really understand what's going on and why so many people are just horrified.
You say she's hot before. Please try and say that again while watching this video. I mean, she is an attractive person. It doesn't matter though. She's such a fucking demon on the inside that it literally doesn't matter. It's like when it's like seeps out,
Last week with the normie girl, and since you're my inspiration on a lot of things, I brought up the Cars cinematic universe and Kusi. Needless to say, there isn't a second date, but I held frame and had a good laugh.
No, dude. Why did you do that? You're literally not supposed. I told you not to do that, man. Dude, never do what I do. Or rather, look at my life. Does it seem like I'm living a healthy life full of, incredible relationships, like long and healthy relationships with women? Clearly, you're not supposed to do that, man. I do these things to show you that it's bad. You're supposed to look at, I sound like train wrecks right now. Yeah, like you watch me gamble and then you realize gambling is bad. No, my friendships are nice. My friendships are awesome. I'm just fucking memeing.
Arjan is a Santa denier. Take that back right now, D.